Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Home Staging Talk Show Live. I'm Jenny Norris, your host, and Home Staging Talk Show Live is brought to you by the International Association of Home Staging Professionals. So, we've got a great show for you today. Looking forward to it. And waiting for you guys all to join in. So good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, depending on where you live. It is Thanksgiving week, so I'm thankful that all of you are coming on and joining us today. So thank you for doing that. I have two guests we're going to be interviewing today. So the first one, Ronnie Jaffar with Dalen Ruggs will be joining us, and then Mary Scalli with, I can't remember your name. I'm sorry, Mary. She's out of Houston, and I'll have to look up your name. It always draws a blank. I want to say simply something. Anyway, Mary has a great business in Houston. I'll get the name for that. And we're going to talk about the walk away with Mary as far as business types. So this week starts our first week of a 5-part series on staging business types. And so we're going to talk about the walk away today, about how you can build a business that allow you to walk away and be able to have your life, not necessarily, give up your business. That's a different topic as far as selling your business, but being able to take a vacation or do something with your family, or even if you get sick and your business continues to run. And then next week we'll do a topic on those people that have warehouses and how they run their businesses and so forth. So good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining. So I'm really excited to have everybody here. So Ronnie and Mary, Ronnie Jaffar with Dalen Ruggs is one of our guests today. So I'm waiting for them to come on. And then Mary, so let me know you guys are here. I'm just going to quickly go to my messages here on my computer. So thank you everybody for bearing with me here. Mary Scalli. Okay. Simple elegance. So I knew it was simple something. Sorry, Mary. Okay. So some announcements before we get started. First of all, our ticket sales for the 2019 conference, those of you that came to 2018, you were sent an email letting you know that you had first purchase rates on tickets with a special code that gave you a little bit of savings off the regular ticket price. So if you have not yet purchased your tickets, you want to do that, because starting Friday, we're going to be doing a sale that's a Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday combo. So it's going to be a BSC, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, the S, and then Cyber Monday is the C. BSC code for anybody who wants to attend the conference. We're going to open up to general ticket sales starting Friday in honor of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and Small Business Saturday. So make sure that you get your tickets before that if you came to 2018, because we only have a limited amount of VIP seats available. And those are the first tickets that we sell, and then prices start to scale up slowly as the year progresses. So you want to get your tickets, look for that email to go out, and also I put it on our blog, so you'll see it come out on social media, and then we'll also have some additional posts on that. But the code will be BSC to save that money. Now, those of you again that came to 2018 conference, you have a special code that you were emailed. So hopefully you got that. It was sent to you via email, and also through Constant Contact, I believe you got an email on that as well. So special code given just to you that saves you more money than the BSC, and that code will continue throughout the duration. So anybody who came to 2018, we're giving you a little bit of extra money off your tickets until they sell out, till the tickets sell out. So very excited about that. And next week we'll definitely have a show as well. So we've got great guests coming. That big announcement was just the ticket sales for conference are on now. The other aspect we're going to be doing today, of course, is auctioning off the Cape Cod trip that Mary Scalli so generously donated to our foundation auction. And so those of you that have expressed an interest in attending, there's only 10 spots. Actually, there's only 8 spots, because we have 2 people who've already purchased their spot. So the spots are $1,000 a person. It includes your time in Cape Cod, beautiful home, networking with your friends, having really great conversations with colleagues to, I don't know how many of you have experienced this, but you go somewhere, and it might be an event, could be a conference or what have you, and then it's the conversations that happen after where you really get to know people. You can ask about, their lives and their business, and really forge deeper friendships with people and relationship building, which that to me is priceless. And so that's what takes place in an event like this, a trip where you're all together in one house, and it's just a lot of fun. So there are some excursions that happen as far as day trips to Nantucket, possibly Martha's Vineyard, and shopping. And so when I went, we went to this cute little winery and did wine tasting, and of course went to P-Town. And so there's a spa day, and then we also went and toured Blair Hamidy's huge warehouse in Plymouth. And so those of you that have never been there, he opens up his doors and allows the people there to come and walk around, and he talks about how they got to the business point they are now. And so that's also really valuable as well. I believe their warehouse is, I think, like 30,000 square feet. So you'd be able to see an opportunity to see an operation that's that large. So that's an added benefit as well. Then, of course, all the Boston IAHSP chapter people, they often will plan a special event that correlates with the timing of people being out there. So there's just a lot that goes on with that. So it's $1,000 a person. All the proceeds benefit our IAHSP Foundation, which the funds from that go and support Worldwide Staging Service Week projects around the world. So I have been sending out checks for 2018 projects. If you ran a project and you have not let me know what address to send your check to, please get that information to me so I can get these out the door before Thanksgiving. So anyhow, thanks for joining us, everybody. And I'm going to do something really quick here. I'm going to slide out of frame. This thing is too bright on my face. Sorry, everybody. I have a new toy. Okay, that's better. Okay. I got this new thing called Social Light. It's supposed to help light you up for social media things and, things you do on camera. But the light is pretty bright, so I just toned it down a little bit. And I also realized that if you wear glasses, it doesn't really work that great if it's staring you right in the face, because you get this glare in your eyeballs. So I have to figure out how to make that work. So yes, I can see you, Mary. I see that you are on. So Ronnie Jaffar, I don't see that you're here yet. So Ronnie, if you are watching, I had sent him the link to come on. So let me see if he wrote back to me. Are you there? Are you on? Typing with my left hand, which I'm not left-handed. Oops. Okay. So I just messaged him. Oh, there you are. Hi, Ronnie. Good. All right. Well, happy Thanksgiving week, everybody. So, Ronnie, I'm going to bring you on first. So I'm going to tap your little icon here. It says bring Ronnie on camera. So I say yes. Request to come on, and you should be on your cell phone, of course, not on your computer. So hopefully you're on your computer. So it should be sending you a request saying, yes, I want to be added. And then it should connect us via Wi-Fi. It's working.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Jenny.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Good.
So thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Well, I'm excited to be here this morning.
Good.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours as well.
So tell people who you are.
Well, I am Ronnie Jaffar, and I am the Southeast Regional Vice President with Dalen Rug Company, and we're excited to be a vendor for IAHSP.
So tell us where you're located.
I'm located in Dalton, Georgia, which is where our home office is, and I've been with Dalen for a long time, about 32 years. And all in the rug business, and I know all things rugs. That's one of the few things that I do know a lot about. So
you're an expert.
Something like that, in my own mind, anyway.
Well, I don't know why it's garbled. So what kind of phone do you have?
I've got an iPhone 8.
Okay. I think you know what it is. I think when the iPhone comes on, I'm garbled. But you're really clear.
Okay. I am clear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Good.
So tell us about your company and what you offer.
Absolutely. Well, Dalen Rug Company has been in business for approximately 40 years. And the thing that separates Dalen from a lot of the other rug vendors that are in the industry is the fact that we bring a quality product at a value-oriented price. So we want to make sure that we bring you as much quality and fashion for the price point that you get. We have approximately 30 different collections that we offer that have a variety of style and constructions and qualities and price points, but mainly the all of the price points are within reason for today's consumer. So I think more than anything else, we bring value as well as styling to the industry. And we do have a national representation. So we have a sales force that is across the country, and we feel like our service is second to none in the industry.
I love your product.
Yes, thank you. I'd love to take all the credit for it, but I can take none of it.
So what makes you different?
Well, again, I think that it is value for the quality of product that you get. We make sure that we follow trends that are going on in home furnishings. So both coloring and texturing. Right now, texture is a big thing that's going on in the industry, and we have several collections that are what we call active solids. So they give you, while the overall theme of the design may be somewhat of a solid look, it brings a lot of color and fashion to that styling category. We do feel like, again, from a value standpoint, I mean, we have hand tufted rugs that on the retail side of things would in like say a 5x8 size would be in that $299 to $399 retail price point. Obviously, what you guys do is training your members to purchase at wholesale. So that can kind of sort of give you an idea as to where your price points would be. We again, I think it is value for quality and styling that Dalen brings to the table.
Well, I love your so
our impact shag.
So this is impact?
Yes, it is. It is.
So these are the colors.
Yes, 10 different colors that product comes in, and it is has about a 3-inch long pile on it. There are 2 different deniers of fiber that's in it, a fine eyelash yarn, and then a bigger denier, what we call stretch yarn, that basically gives it body. Those rugs, when it's hanging up, it kind of looks like it's a very solid color, but on the floor, once the rugs are laying on the floor, you get subtle shadings of each color that it comes in, and it really gives you a lot more shades of the color. So even though the primary color may be like the pewter, I think that's what you have your hand on right there, which is a kind of a darker shade of gray. There are darker and lighter shades of gray, kind of swirling colors, if you will. Once that rug is on the floor and it's walked on, and it really, really has a very soft hand. That is one of our most popular collections, and we offer it in 4 standard sizes, which is typical for many of the collections that we do, from a smaller 4x6 that can go into a foyer up to a 9x13 that can fill a big family room space. Very, very popular collection for us there.
I love it. I own this one. Pick that one.
Yeah.
This is mushroom, right?
That
That's
is
the number one
correct.
color.
That is correct. In fact, I believe the Impact Shack is one of the most popular collections that we have, especially with stagers, because it allows you to be able to use the different rugs in many different settings, whether it's a casual look that you're going for, or even a traditional dining room area, for instance. The versatility of those various shags really helped that to be a very popular collection for us.
I'd like to have a gel.
Yeah.
It's so soft.
It is extremely soft. And you know, the tell of the tape is when the rug is on the floor and you take your shoes off,
Yes.
just to put your bare feet on it. That really, if it passes that test, then it's doing something very special.
And they look fabulous.
Yes, they do. They do. Again,
And
very.
I ordered some of the lower pile pattern in blues.
Yes,
Those are very
absolutely.
pretty.
Like I said, we've got about 30 different collections. In addition to the active solids, we also have patterned rugs that have a variety of different styles, whether it's traditional or transitional or casual or contemporary, and in today's most fashionable colors. I mean, grays and blues, and now we're starting to see many more bright colors, such as greens and even pinks and oranges, to bring more color to the spaces, and that's something that we're real excited about. From a and our different constructions, like machine woven rugs, we have the machine woven patterned rugs, and then we have hand tufted active solids, and just about everything in between. In the machine mades, we have varying qualities there as well. So we always recommend that depending on the usage of the rug, you explore the different options that are available. And we have our website that's available for your members, as well as we have full catalogs that show the variety of different collections that are available also.
So talk about the difference between hand tufted
Yes.
and machine.
So the machine woven rugs, which again, varying qualities within machine made. The machine made rugs are actually tufted on a power driven machine loom. So you put in X number of colors, whether it's it can be as few colors as 5, up to there's technology now where you can use 20 different colors that are in a given rug. Within a given collection on the machine woven side, all the rugs, all the different designs that are available within that collection have the same exact colors in them. They're just used differently. Also, if you've got 10 to 15 colors that are being used in a machine made rug, all of the colors don't necessarily come up into the pile for you to see. So it may be that there is a bright pink that is in the colorway of those 10 to 20 now colors that is in that color palette, but it doesn't come up into the pile in every single rug. You also can do different densities, that's where your quality comes from, is the density of the rug, as well as the pile height and the fiber that is being used. So we have varying qualities within the machine woven pieces, and obviously they're at varying price points. On the hand tufted side, each rug is made using a tufting gun, if you will. It is power driven, but each tuft that's put into that rug is done by hand. There is a map, if you will, that is behind the rug, which gives the person that is making the rug a pattern to go by, and then they'll use a tufting gun to shoot the yarn, whether it's wool or polyacrylic, into the design and create the finished product. We have partners in India and China who do the majority of our hand tufted products. And then we have partners in Egypt that do all of our machine woven products. So your difference is, especially with the hand tufted pieces, they're much thicker and typically more dense than a lot of your machine woven. The machine woven pieces can get a lot more detail than the hand tufted pieces are. So varying degrees of quality, price point, constructions from both. I hope that answers your question.
The hand tufted
Yes.
is more.
Not necessarily. We have on the machine woven side, the price points can go lower, but we have some of our higher quality machine woven pieces that are more dense and more detailed that equal what we do in the hand tufted rugs as well. So it's kind of like comparing apples to oranges. It's just that on the hand tufted side, we don't get down as into as low of a price point as we do on the machine woven side. And you can tell the differences depending on when you look at the varying qualities of machine woven pieces, you can tell the different ones that are less dense, less pile than the better machine woven pieces as well.
So talk about shipping. Where do you ship?
We ship out of Dalton, Georgia, and for the most part, up to an 8x10, we can ship by FedEx. FedEx has been a great way to ship individual rugs up to like 5 to 6 pieces. It's more economical to ship by FedEx, and then once you get over that number, it typically will be more cost efficient to ship by a freight line. And we do ship all over the country and out of the country every day. And our deal with IAHSP members is no minimum orders on your opening or future orders. So you can order one rug at a time. There are also no maximum orders. I like to throw that in there so you can order as many as you want. And then we also will give you on your opening order a 10% discount off of your initial opening order. So we really want to make it as easy and as cost efficient as possible for all of your members.
And you'll ship residential and commercial.
Yes. Absolutely. And if it is a freight line shipment, we can ship it to a residence. We prefer to ship it to, and you would prefer for us to ship it to a commercial setting. It's just that once you get into freight line shipments, there's an additional residential charge because they don't want to drive those 18-wheelers up into a residence. So they kind of pass them over to a smaller vehicle, I think. And there's just an additional residential charge for the freight line shipments.
So where do you ship from? So Dalton.
Yes, Dalton, Georgia, which is in Northwest Georgia. And again, we ship all over the country.
And so you'll ship to Canada?
Absolutely. Yes, we will.
Do you ship overseas?
We can. We haven't. We now, one of these, we've done a lot of stuff in the Caribbean. As far as going to Europe, which I know you have some members that are in Europe. I saw them at the conference. We typically have worked when shipping out of the country with freight forwarders. But I will say, yes, we would have to figure out some things. It would not be very cost efficient to ship just a couple of rugs to Europe. But obviously bigger shipments, and we could figure out the logistics of it. So yes, we can ship anywhere.
Great. So anything else you want to share?
Just that we're excited to be a vendor with IAHSP and the potential that's there. I learned a lot of things about staging and design when I was at the conference there in Charlotte. I think more than my wife cared to hear about even. But I'm excited to be a partner with you guys and look forward to continued growth with you.
Awesome. Well, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you for staying on.
Well, absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
You bet.
Okay. Bye now. Bye-bye.
So I think the iPhone makes my voice garbled. So I'm sorry, Ronnie, because I wanted to have more of a two-way. So their company's amazing. The sample I held up, so I bought some of the impact rugs, and they really are beautiful. They're the plush pile. They look fabulous in properties that are staged. The price point is very affordable. Well, you're going to have friends and colleagues or even clients that want you to do design work or redesign for them, and so their product looks really fabulous in houses, and it is super soft. So this thing I held up before, which I said I really would like to have, it'd be great to have like a jacket made out of it, because it's so soft, you just want to sleep on it, with all the different colors that they offer. So depending on your client's color palette, like for staging, I think the blues and the greens are so popular, and I got this is a this one's pewter. I think this one's gray. And then they even have this black one that has the different colors in it. And their number one seller is this one called Mushroom. So it's here. So it has a bit of a warm, but also kind of an undertone of a gray. And so it's a really good neutral, but you can see how long the pile is. I mean, it goes like that deep on my finger. So it's a really nice rug. I love it. And it comes in all the different styles. So we love Dalen Rugs. They were a premier sponsor of ours at our conference. I know a lot of you shopped with them. They have a bunch of different lines, so it's not just the impact rug shag. So they have different patterns and colors, and the price point is really great for those of you that are investing in inventory, because you can get a lot for your money. As far as if you have a set budget, $500 to $1,000, you can actually get quite a few rugs to put in your inventory. And then if you have a client that wants a more higher end look too, their rugs, they have different lines that would work for that as well. So thank you, Ronnie, for being on. Those of you that don't know, haven't checked them out, go to Dalen Rugs. Somebody put their website up for me, please, on the comments. And it's really easy to open an account. You do have to have a resale license to do this, to purchase wholesale from them. And so they're going to ask for some, documents that you could submit. You do it online, and then you'll have your local rep who will work with you on the local level to help you place your orders, which is really great. So I know they're in High Point. We saw them there. Krista and Sandra, are they in Vegas? Do they have a showroom in Vegas? So those of you that are going to market, you can also check them out there, and just make sure that if you're an IAHSP member, that you let them know if you're placing an order at market, so that you get your 10% off your first order, and then the special pricing arrangements they've made with us for no shipping or no minimums, etc. No minimums, I should say. There is shipping. So thank you. All right, Mary Scalli, go ahead and write a comment. There you are. I see you're right above me right here. Let me push on your head. Mary, yes. Bringing you on. So hopefully you got a little notice. Just accept it. Simple Elegance is Mary's company. I don't know why I can't remember that. I'm tired this week. There's Mary. Hey, darling. Are you there? Mary? You have no sound. We can't hear you. She's in her car. So you may have to adjust the you have to adjust your sound, I think, on your phone. You have no volume. You may have to go into your Facebook settings. Either that or you go to, well, you can't do that. You can't call me from 2. That's a great picture. She's going to die when she sees that. Okay, so while Mary's getting her technology figured out, let's talk about Cape Cod. So Mary has a fabulous house in Cape Cod. And every year for the last several years, I think since she's been in the family, the first time she did it was in, we had a conference in Whidbey Island, and she offered up her place in Cape Cod, and it sleeps 12 people comfortably. So that's the number that we go for. So there were 10 spots. Are you there? Oh, okay. Now say something, Mary. Mary? Okay. I think you're on, Mary. Do you want to talk? Say something. You're not. Oh, I can't hear you.
Now
it was like working there for a second, but there you are.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Okay, good.
Sorry, we're staging today, and I'm like sitting in my car while the the movers are moving stuff in right now, so you get me looking beautiful. So anyway,
I like your hat.
do you like my hat? I also
That's
have
cute.
my monogram on my shirt too. Isn't that cute?
That's good.
Anyway,
That's really cute.
okay.
So this is Mary Scalli, and she's from Houston area, and your company is
Simple Elegance, home staging and design.
yes.
And what? Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
So well, so while you're working on your tech, we were talking about. So I thought we'd do Cape Cod first, and then talk about your business. Is that okay? All right.
That's fine.
So tell us about your fabulous house in Cape Cod and what people are in for this wonderful trip.
So coming up to Cape Cod, it's in May, and you'll arrive on Tuesday and then drive down to Cape Cod. We have a fabulous house on the marsh, which goes out to the Atlantic. We will hang out and just really get to know each other. Plus, we'll go to Nantucket one day and Martha's Vineyard one day. We'll go shopping. I know you guys all met Blair at conference. We'll be definitely going to 2 of his stores, if not more, on the Cape, and then they are going to be hosting a catered dinner for all of us one night. And I tell you, when I tell you it's catered, they go all out. It's so much fun. Now, you can choose to do a day of touring in Plymouth if you want to go see that little pebble, or we could go to the spa, which I prefer the spa in Plymouth. There's a beautiful pebble at the spa, and Jenny knows what the pebble is. It's much better than Plymouth Rock, trust me. And then whatever else you guys want to do, there's great restaurants, and Cape Cod is just magical. But the biggest thing I would say is really just getting to know one another, building those relationships, because those relationships are lasting. And it's like, I mean, that's where Jenny and I really got to know each other, and a lot of other people, was just hanging out, having a glass of wine or a few, and just really enjoying being together, and also taking a break from your work. But it's a working vacation, so it's a write-off. So, a lot of people are always saying, well, I just never get to go on vacation. And I'm like, oh, child.
Yeah.
Jenny knows I take too many, but
You deserve it.
so I do deserve it. We all deserve it. And really getting to know one another is the best. So, and we also get to see Blair and Will's operation from the background, and just so that you can be encouraged. We're all there's very few of us that are at their stage, but it gives us goals to set. And I love that. What can we be in 10 years? They never expected to be where they are today, but it's great opportunities to dream, I think. So I love that. And I just love getting to know everybody.
So the dates are May 21st to the 25th. So May 21st to the 25th. And she's talking about the Pebbles. So if you've been to Plymouth, you hear about Plymouth Rock and the Pilgrims. And so, as a child, you think, oh, this rock must have been like massive, like this huge, like they could see it like from far, far away, and this huge thing, and they all like clambered around the rock. The rock is like, what, like 5 feet tall or 6? I mean, it's
you look down upon it, and like there's this gate that
it's like a boulder.
building is built around. Yeah, but we call it the Pebble. It's not very exciting. I'd much rather go to the spa.
They have all these lobsters that they've decorated. There's like 13 lobsters or something, or more. And so, and the goal is they're all different themes. Like one is a rock and roll theme, another one could be like, I don't know, mermaid theme or something. So you go around and you can take pictures with the lobsters. And I think if you go on all if you find all of them, then you've found the different places that they want you to see. The Historical Society of Plymouth, or the tourism place, wants you to see in Plymouth. So it's such a cute little city, cute town, I should say.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Oh.
You can see how much tourist stuff I do.
Oh my gosh.
Jen?
All right. So we already have 2 spots filled, so there are only 8 spots left.
Awesome.
So I know, isn't that great? So if you want to go, what you need to do is you need to email Krista at Staged Homes, or I'm sorry, Krista at IAHSP, IAHSP, and we have an app that she can process your payment on. So it's $1,000 a person, and that includes all these, the great time. They still have to pay for. Does that include the ticket to Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard?
No,
Okay.
no. Those are all additions.
Yes.
So, but it's just, remember, $1,000 goes to charity.
Yes.
So that's a write-off
Fundraiser.
as well. It's a fundraiser, and that goes to Worldwide Staging Week. which we love. So, but yeah, they're responsible for getting to the Cape, you know,
Right.
whether, and there's, you can fly into Boston and you can take a bus down to Cape Cod and we can get you from there, or you can rent a car, whichever you prefer. And then we'll get you either to the bus to get back to the airport, or which, you know, you just drive yourself back, whichever you want.
And there's even, you can Uber or Lyft. It's about an hour from the airport to Cape Cod, and there's even car services that'll pick you up. So it's very easy to get there. You can ride share with another person who's coming. You can coordinate your arrival time. So it's a really, really great trip. And so those of you that are interested, you know, start writing. I want to go. And Krista, you know, I know you're on. Pay attention to the names that are on, and I can also make some notes as well. But it's basically whoever gets your money in first gets a spot.
Gets to come.
Yes,
exactly.
Right. So
we have a big house, and just it's really, really fun.
She has a little boat you can take out on the marsh to go to the water, right?
We have a canoe at the house, and my brother just bought a boat, but I don't go near that. That would be over my driving levels.
You gotta talk to Lynn.
Yeah.
Lynn took her boat out. She and Sandra, they had quite an adventure from what I heard, or they took pictures. It was pretty funny. So you want to go.
I would
really
trust
fun.
Myself.
Yes.
So it's really fun.
Yeah. So it'll be the 21st to the 25th of May. So what days of the week are those? Is that a Monday through Friday?
It's Tuesday through Saturday.
Tuesdays through, okay. So you're
and Tuesdays are the cheapest days to fly. So Tuesday, Wednesday, cheapest days to fly.
Yeah, so absolutely. So it'll be fun. I had a great time when I went, and you know, people that were there, I knew people's names. I really didn't know them that well, you know, as far as having conversations. And so, you know, you have dinner, we cook in the house. There was a couple times we went out to dinner. You got to have a lobster roll, of course. We had that on Nantucket. Those were delicious. Do you like lobster?
They are. Lobster, honey.
Yes. So those of you that are interested, you're watching this, first 8 people now that get your money, and the next 8 people, there was about another 4 people that had written back to me saying, I want in. So just basically show me the money. I don't mean to sound like in a greedy way, like, you know, money grubber, but it is a fundraiser. Exactly. Show me the money. Show me the money. Cuba Gooding. He was dancing. I love that scene.
Anyway.
My light
but you do mean show me the money.
Exactly.
You don't mean it, but you do.
Yeah. So get your payment, and of course it's a tax write-off because it is for a nonprofit charity, and those people that do pay. I mean, it is a 501c3 nonprofit, the IAHSP Foundation. That's where the money's going directly to. So, and that money again is used to help support Worldwide Staging Service Week projects around the globe, which is really exciting. So thank you, Mary, for offering that up. All right, so switching gears, let's talk about your business. So we're doing.
Well,
I originally said you were going to talk about doing presentations, and then I shifted. So I don't know if you realized that, but
that's okay.
I
wasn't sure what I was talking about. Anyway, I'll just go on.
Yeah, so I started thinking, could you do like a series? So it's a 5-part series of different types of business structures. So I call yours the walk away, because you can actually walk away, not like you've sold it, but you can walk away and go on vacation. And like if you get sick, or you know, some life challenge happens, or something you need to pay attention to, your business doesn't stop.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's something that, you know, so right now, just quick. We have, I think we have 54 houses staged right now. We just finished doing 23 houses in 1 week with Perry Homes, which was
23. Okay, so 23 in 1 week.
Homes in 1 week. Okay, they were logistically crazy, but it's a very simple stage. It's 2 rooms, living room, dining room, and they were very specific about, you know, what goes in, minimal accessories, etc. But logistically all over the city. And then as soon as we got those 23 staged, they're selling, and we're now moving them all over the city. So It's for 60 days, and it's kind of crazy, but it's a great opportunity to build a relationship with a great builder. And so we had to really think about how are we going to service this, and what are we going to do? Are we buying 23 living rooms and 23 dining rooms and 60 rugs and all this artwork? So we had to crunch the numbers to see how we could do it. And we actually ended up going with a partner and partnering with a rental company where they literally bought all the furniture for us. And we took care of the rugs, the art, and the accessories. And then literally they would line it up, have it ready for us to pick up and go on the truck according to the order of delivery. So it was really, it was great. And, you know, yes, all over the city, but we did it in 1 week. So that was great. So I learned very early on that you have to, if you want to grow your business quickly, you've got to multiply yourself. And that means you got to let go. You know, there's the saying, let go and let God. Let go and let ASP stages do the work, you know. And so we partnered immediately with the staging class that's here in Houston, and just we make sure that everybody is ASP. But we've never had a problem with hiring people. All the stagers are constantly, can we work for you, Mary? Can we work for you? And, you know, that's a great opportunity to find the best people for your team. We have taken on employees through having contractors, you know, pretty much anybody that contracted with us, then we've been able to really see who they are and how they work with our team and build our team. So at this point we have 6 employees, and 2 of them are currently out on medical leave right now, which is kind of killing me. And I'm having to actually stage. Like, I haven't staged it forever. They're like, Mary, can you do this today? I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess I can.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's, you know, that is really, yes, there's one of the questions I think you said, you know, what are the opportunities on how to get here? You know, yes, I have invested and invested and invested right back into the business to grow the business quickly. And so finances are a big thing, you know, is how do you pay for all of this? And one of the books that we have really put to our life, and I'm still learning how to do it, is the book Profit First, where it's kind of like the tithe. You take profit off of every project first. You also take money for a furniture account first. And then there's still all those other bills that have to be paid. But by having that, you know, we were able to we had money in the bank to go and buy all those rugs and those arts. And, you know, are we making a profit totally on this one Perry thing? No, but now we've got the merchandise for future stages that
Right.
those will be total profit. They're paid for, you know, so then that becomes totally profitable for us. So, but go ahead.
I would say that I know that a lot of people, so that, and those of you who have read that book, Profit First, there's actually a page, Profit First, on Facebook that I think Amy Power started. And, but that's really, you know, because a lot of people think like, oh, the old mantra was pay yourself last. As an owner, you pay yourself last, pay all this other stuff. So his philosophy kind of flips that you pay yourself the profit first. And it's not that you're not reinvesting in your business or paying your people, but this idea that you know, work for free forever, or you have to continually reinvest and starve, that isn't really what it's about. That you want to reward yourself, and not overly reward yourself, but pull the profits out, and then you are reinvesting some of that into the company.
Right, exactly. So, and also, you know, he's like, which I'm not so good about doing this. It's like I kind of like that profit account, just building and building. And he's like, every quarter you need to take a portion out and also go and do something for your family, which still quite haven't done that, except that like we did a big celebration dinner for the whole team when we got this last project and stuff. But again, you know, all the people were like, all of our team was like, no, we shouldn't spend the money. I'm like, no, you got to celebrate. You got to celebrate your successes. And that's a part of building your team up and just saying, hey, I believe in you. You are worth every penny or dollar that I pay you. So, you know, and one of our other big things that we have on our team is that we have 2 sales reps. Our marketing consultants is, I think, what we changed the name to. And that came off of the mastermind after IAHSP conference. I mean, those 2 people are out there selling us constantly. They're in real estate offices. They're in title companies and mortgage companies, constantly doing presentations. And that is huge when you don't have to be doing it all. They're also going to network events. You know, they're both very outgoing, so they haven't ever met a stranger. And where you're no longer having to do all of that, answer the phone, all that stuff, it's taken off of you, and you can now focus on being more of a coach to your team versus that person that's in every day. And, you know, Jenny did say I take a lot of vacation, but, you know, that opens up the opportunity for you to be out and, you know, spending time with your family. Or I'm excited to start traveling this next year teaching, but you're no longer held to that business. And I think we all have to think about, okay, what is our exit strategy? That should be the first question when we start our business is, okay, you know, yeah, I want to start this thing, and it all of a sudden goes huge. And you're like, oh, what am I going to do to ever leave this thing? And by having an exit strategy, and maybe it's just that you're going to be on vacation somewhere, having the team run the business, and you're getting paid. That's awesome. You know,
because they say there's the old saying of, you know, when you have a business, if you can't step away, like, you know, I've got pneumonia before, and, you know, business keeps running. You know, I travel, I do different things. The company has to keep serving. I can't just shut down because I'm not there. So if your business is running you, where you have no free time, you're not taking time for yourself, or you're like even celebrating milestones or just having fun. If it's always work, 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 your business runs you. You're not running your business. And I think a lot of it comes to being willing to delegate and trust. I think those are two of the biggest factors that, and people that aren't, you know, they've been in the business a long time, but they're not at this place where the business can run without them. It usually goes back to, you know, the control factor, not necessarily control in a negative way, but not being able to let go and delegate and trust other people.
Yeah, I'm actually listening to it's a great book. It's Your Ship, and it's about a naval captain and how he took one of the worst ships in the fleet to being the best ship in 20 months. And he talks about how he gets down and he gets to know each of his people and finds talents that, like, normally nobody would have known about. And then how he gets around doing things that the Navy would say, no, you can't do that because this is how we always do it. And how he saved the country thousands and millions of dollars by utilizing his people and building in them the ability to make great decisions, and, you know, not have to say. One of my biggest things, and this happened to me the other day, and it was trying to get to my son's football game, but it was like the policeman said, you know, the ticket booth is closed and you can't get in. And I'm like, we're literally in last 7 minutes of the game. Really? I can't get in at the last 7 minutes. My son is captain of a football. And he's like, well, you should have come on time. And I'm like, I was volunteering, blah, 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 blah. You know, and they're like, oh, well, that was more important than your son. And I don't know. And he was like, well, I have to get my manager. And I'm like, I hate that. I'm like, no, everybody should have the authority and the ability to deal with the opportunity in front of you and make a good decision. And maybe it's not the best decision, but know that I will always stand behind you. And maybe we'll talk about a few things, and maybe the next time might be better to do this, but I will always stand behind. And, you know, when you give your employees that opportunity, wow, they like take it and run, and they have your back, you know, like they all, like my team, they all have a credit card to the company. Sometimes I'm like, ah,
I know.
This one day.
So, you know, and that's
I was shopping with the girls, and they're like, let's see who can spend more. And I'm like, no, wait a second, that's my money. Slow down.
Well, when it comes to the team, so also being open to, like you said, their suggestions. And, you know, and I always talk about, you know, staging. There is a process for sure, but there's not just one right way to do a staging. So I might arrange something differently than a team member, but it doesn't mean that what they did is wrong. It's just I might have done it differently. Sometimes there is a better way to arrange a room. So we'll talk about room arrangement and so forth. But, you know, but as far as how they set it up, I mean, I used to be like really stingy with decor. I'm like, you know, I only want like 4 pillows on the couch or 3. And so you have to kind of, you know, release as far as what they pick and bring. But that's the fun part for them, is the creative.
Right.
So I don't want to micromanage that to the point where they feel like I can't make a decision because, you know, she may not like what I'm doing. And then that makes them go slower, which, you know, depending on how you pay your people, that could cost you. So, empowering them and complimenting their talent, and then saying, I always like right back and say, God, that looks really great. Or, you did a great job, because they send me pictures. So I'm rarely out actually doing the hands-on. There's 2 houses that are being staged today, and I'm here, and so I actually prefer, having other people doing the setup. I still enjoy staging, but I don't have to be the one doing that because I have all these other roles I play.
Exactly. And, like we have, I said to Karen today, I was like, what, can you pull for Monday? Because we want to take the whole weekend off. There's no reason for anybody working this weekend.
Right.
It's Thanksgiving weekend, and so really honoring. And I said to my team, I said, you know what, I think we're going to close the last week of December, and we're just going to let people know at the beginning of December that, hey, we're going to take off Christmas through New Year's. And if you have any emergencies, we're around, but, well, I'm not, but,
Yeah.
we'll have somebody available. But, I have found that actually my team are much better stagers than I am. They, they're much more creative. I get stick in the wall and I'm not so good, but like, I look at what their work is, I'm blown away. And they have literally raised our standards just because of their talents. So it's really, trust your people because they can definitely do it. And also, those people that are still taking phone calls, get your name off that phone. Like,
That's what they did.
None of the phones come to me anymore unless, people are on vacation. Then they'll come to me. But that's just really, I don't want to be the name of the business. I don't want to be the face of the business. I want my team to be the face. And so having that whole idea as your methodology is really important.
So the name of the book, Virginia, is called "It's Your Ship." It's your ship. Yep. That was the name of one.
So it's really saying you guys take the reins.
Yeah.
But we're going to still talk about it. We always have a Monday morning meeting just to really plan out the week. And I want to hear from them, not them hear from me. What's going on.
Which is important. So not only sets up your schedule so that you can travel and have time with your family and vacation and ski and travel and do all those things, but it's also when she decides to exit the industry at whatever point, her business, because she just said something that was really key, she's not the face of the business. So it's not her that they're always associating like her face with this. It becomes her company as the brand. So then somebody else being able to step in eventually sometime down the line and purchases the company keeps going because it's the company brand. It's not Mary Scalli Staging.
Exactly.
It's Simple Elegance. And so that's really important. Those of you that have a company where it's so closely identified with you, now you have to think about for the future, whatever your plans are, that would be something to consider to be it more, make it more about the company itself and the brand. So it shouldn't be so dependent on one person or another, and I love the staging team, but I've had through the years, I had 7 stagers on the team in California, and here we have 5, and they change. So I think I've had probably here maybe 9 different people that have been part of the team, and they come in and then they'll leave, but I'm not so dependent on any one of them or it having to be me at the helm. And I know sometimes clients will say, well, I really want you to come. I don't have to be the one going to a preview. That's just taking pictures and walking around the property, or consultations. There are some times where if it's a challenging client, I might be the one that takes the lead on it, but I have to train with the other people because I don't want to have to be the one out there all the time. So
right, exactly. That's been something that we've been working on. Anytime like a realtor like maybe texts me or calls me, I always include either my staging warehouse manager or my sales reps on the return text so that they start realizing, don't come to me. I don't have any of the answers. They're the ones that know what's going on. I don't. And they'll take care of you. They'll take care of you great. But it's not me anymore. So go away.
And I know you learned a lot of this. I want to give a shout out because Jana Usselton, I've had the Made in Heart conference. So a lot of, I know that what you learned has been taught through her HSRA programs. And, she has a business where she doesn't run her business either. The Model My Home Staging, she does coach her team, but she has the ability then, like, let's say that you really love staging, but you have a passion for some other facet of life or the industry or whatever, you can still have your business running. And then like I know she loves, helping other people succeed in the coaching, so she can focus on that versus, and then the business helps still support her financially. And however, she doesn't have to be in the daily day-to-day, which I think that's really fabulous. And I learned a lot at the advanced stage of training as far as, identifying the various roles in a company. Where do you want to be? You can't, I think she has 7 different titles or roles for people. So it's like, do you really want to wear all those different hats? You really can't be that effective when you're split yourself 7 different ways. And so picking the one that you really want to do, because there are some stagers that they love doing the creative. And so that's where they insert themselves, and they don't want to do the business side, sales side or whatever. And so, but just kind of pick your lane. But ultimately, if you get sick or, you should be able to take a vacation. The thing like I can't get away, or I can't go to conference because my business I have too much I have to do. Your business is running you. You're not running a business. You are a slave to your company. And that's not how that's not life. That's not having a life.
Right. It's, being strategic about everything. We've already mapped out, we're going to be at conference next year. We'll be at HSRA next year. Those are already on our schedule. It's not waiting to the last minute. No, we already know the dates. So map them, put them in. You're not available. I even tell my girls, one person loves to play tennis on Tuesday morning. Well, that's an appointment. You don't have to tell anybody you're going to play tennis.
Right.
That's an appointment. Put it into your schedule, and we can work around pretty much anything. But if you don't plan it, it's not going to get done.
Right.
And she talks about she has a strategy sheet that we will actually, I think it's December 10th, that we're going to a house on Lake Conroe for the day, and we're talking strategy, but we're going to have one of our sales reps' husband's going to come and cook for us. And
oh, nice.
we're literally having that day away from the office in a fun place. And a very strategic day of how is this next year going to work? And it's not going to be the Mary speaking. It's going to be them saying, well, I think this is where our wins were this past year. These are where our losses. How are we going to combat that next year and put this whole year together? And then it's broken down by quarter with everybody who's responsible for each of these things. Again, it's not Mary's responsibility. It's their responsibility. And then doing annual reviews, which I hate doing annual reviews, but those are really important. I'm always late on them. But you got to have everything that's, what is it, measurable? What are the?
Oh, SMART.
You got to be. You got to be measurable. What is that whole saying?
Well, it's the SMART objectives, right? SMART, measurable.
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's an acronym. So SMART, and I can't.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that.
It's got to be defined and stuff. Yeah. You got to be able to come back to, not that you're just a great person because of this. Well, no, what are your positives and why? Because you sold X amount of dollars in whatever, right. You got to be able to measure it to be able to let the people know, are they doing well for you or are they not? But that shouldn't be just in the annual review. It's got to be continuous.
Right, for people that are employees, and even people who are 1099s that work for you, always take the opportunity to provide correction, or if your vision or your goals shift in the company as far as what you're let's say, for example, you decide, okay, this next year we're really going to focus on working with investors, or working we want to increase our vacants and not do as many hands-on, or whatever your goal is. So then you'd have to be strategic about that, and then share that goal with the team, so they know kind of where you're headed and what the expectations are. And so I think it's really fabulous.
Keep everybody informed constantly, like every month, how many stages did we do? Right. What's our goal? What's this? But you've got to start with having those goals, and then coming back and measuring them and seeing how did we react. And if we're down from budget, what are we going to do to make up for budget, et cetera, et cetera.
So how much of the financials do you share with the team? Do they know how much each project is, how much each project is bid? And
we're very transparent. Okay. On everything. We talk numbers every Monday morning, where we're at, what we're doing, how much we have to do. Like when we sat down a few weeks ago, our new bookkeeper was like, there's no way that we're going to make that money up by the end of the year. And then he was like, whoa,
You did it.
We are making money off it, But I give them literally the budget, the whole budget at the beginning of the year, and then we are talking about it every week. Because if you don't know where you're going, you don't know how to get there.
Right.
So yeah, we are very transparent. I would say we're transparent on my inside team, my employees. We don't share that with all of our contractors, but on the inside, we are all very, very much talking numbers weekly.
Which is really important. And then even be able, and then being able to reward people based on their contribution, what their roles are, and so forth. I know sometimes sharing the money part with some, team members, people think like, well, I don't want to do that because let's say that your staging is $2,500 and this person is doing a setup and they're an independent contractor and they're making, $200 or $250. They're going to look at that big number and go, well, wait a second, I'm the one that did the setup and I should be making more money. So there's that whole reluctance to really be really open. However, people need to understand that the money's not just for the staging, it's for what it took to get there, the market. There's all these different things, the marketing, the sales part of it, the time that went into, securing the relationship with the client, getting the project, pulling it all together, and then the staging happens and you got to get the stuff back. So last week
inventory, all that stuff.
Yeah, so there's like 16 different people sometimes that can, or, I think Trish and Young would identify 12 people to touch a project for them, typical vacant. So all those people have to be compensated, and that's what that project goes for. So I think it's important to be open, and then but also to clarify, where's the money going? Because just like with real estate, people think, oh, you make that 6% commission, you keep it all. No,
no,
that's how it works.
You gotta pay it all out.
That's right. Yeah, and you got taxes and payroll, all that kind of overhead stuff. So, well, Mary, I appreciate you joining us. Believe it or not, our time is up. Next week, we're going to have someone on that's going to talk about people that have a warehouse. I know you have a warehouse as well, but that business structure as far as, having a warehouse team with employees. And then the following week will be someone like me. And so I'll share, maybe get someone else to also come on that has a partner that has the warehouse. And then the following week will be someone who just likes to do occupied hands-on staging. So hopefully Lynn Spaeth can join me for that session, as well as others. And then the last week, I want to talk to people who've taken the ASA course, the assistants, and why they chose that route, people who work for other people. So anyway, thank you for being on.
People taking the ASA in December here in Houston. We're very happy about it. So,
perfect.
Anyway.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, darling.
You too, darling. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Love you.
Thank you for being on. Love you too. And you guys bid on the Cape Cod. So we have now 7 spots left because Claudia Jacobs paid her money. So Claudia, you're going to have a fabulous time. And anyone else that's watching, just contact Krista, get your $1,000 fee paid. And so we'll keep promoting this until the tickets are sold out. We have about 5 other people that had contacted us to say they wanted in. So that leaves like 2 spots.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We just want to say how thankful we are for all of our members, for the International Association, for our vendor sponsors that support us, for everybody in the industry, actually, for doing what you do to help move the industry forward. And I'm just really excited for next year and what's going to be happening coming in 2019. So, let us know how we can support you next year, any of your goals and so forth. For our conference, if there's any particular topics you want us to line up and teach, have people speak on, please reach out to me and let me know, because I don't know what you don't tell me. And if you have any ideas for speakers, I announced this the other day. So let us know if you have anybody that you think would be great to have join us at the conference as a speaker. So we will reach out and contact them. So that is awesome for everybody. I appreciate you joining in. I will see you all next week. Please remember to share this segment with your page so we reach as many people as possible. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Enjoy your time with family and friends and just relax and unplug. And we will be back next week. Thanks so much. Bye, everybody.